In this layout tutorial, I am going to explain the difference between the Uploads, Directory Files, and SAS files under the Assets tab on our admin page. This is the same for all layout websites, but I am demonstrating this on the resolution template created in Layout. Let's start with Uploads. Uploads is where we place files that will be included in your website pages. When you upload a file in Uploads, you choose the type of file it is, which will allow Layout to link it correctly within the HTML. You also choose whether it is a global file or not. If the file is global, then it applies to every page throughout the site. The URL in Uploads is the hash of the file and a checksum to see if it already exists in the database. You can view the contents of a file. You can edit the settings of a file. You can delete a file. You can also use this checkbox to make a file a global file or not, and use this icon to copy the file URL. Our directory files have a different purpose. These files are files that are meant to be mapped and therefore should have more human-readable URLs. When we upload a file, we can map it to a specific directory. Directory files include files such as logos and fonts. For example, I will see these Themify font files in my Themify icons CSS file. However, when we added this CSS file to Uploads, it came with these files pre-mapped, so we have to remap them based on the path we set in the directory folder. I can see that something is not quite right if I go to the builder and look at the Themify fonts that should be there. If I take a look at the URL in my CSS file and compare it to the URL in my directory files, I can see that they are almost the same except for the /assets at the beginning of the URL. If I just make this slight change, my icons should work. There we go. Finally, we have our SAS files. This is where we place all of our SAS files. We're going to learn more about our SAS files in our SAS versus global CSS tutorial video.